Do these look lopsided? Am I looking like a holiday babe or not? Because I'm thinking yes. Hello to your homegirls. Happy Thanksgiving. Let's do some makeup together. Okay, y'all. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for being here with me. I hope everyone's doing good. I am on my second cup of coffee. I think it's like, I don't have my watch on. Let me put that on. I might be saying it's 10 something and it's 11:12. I'm on my second cup of coffee, which I'm not very proud of. I usually don't do that so early in the day. I usually have my second cup of coffee with lunch, but I guess it's almost time and I have stuff to do. So I just showered up. We're gonna do makeup. It would have been cute if I had clean brushes to use on Thanksgiving Day, but I do not. All right, we are going to start with brows because I want to do my eyes first today. I hope everyone's doing well. I'm doing a very low pressure Thanksgiving here at home with just me and my mom. And I did a bit of prep last night, so I don't feel pressured or any of that. And I'm releasing the idea of or the desire for any kind of perfection today. Honestly, it's a very chill day for me. I love Thanksgiving. It's my favorite holiday, if I'm being honest. So I'm just enjoying the day. All right, I'm gonna use Refi. I haven't been filling my brows in because they're so like overgrown. I've just been like setting them in place, but because it's Thanksgiving, I might throw a little bit of powder up in them, but for right now I've just been liking how my brows look set. I also really love the e.l.f. dupe of this. I think I'm kind of, ever since I got the e.l.f. I haven't been using this one, so I'm kind of like trying to pan it, if you will. I find this one to be a lot more messy than the e.l.f. And I feel like the e.l.f. kind of has a better hold, but they behave very similarly. Yeah, I feel like e.l.f. wouldn't have all of that on me. I'm gonna clean it up with some micellar water. Hopefully I have this edited up on actual Thanksgiving. That would be really cool. Maybe like while all my stuff is in the oven, I can quickly get this edited. I feel like sometimes holidays can be so high pressure and so much more stressful than I guess it's intended to be. I mean, I guess we do that to ourselves, but I take on a life of chosen peace. So do these look lopsided? Let's fix that. It's up here that looks weird. Yeah, that's perfect. I know what color cosmetics I want to wear today, but I don't know. This is like the thing about being neutral is you kind of can, oh, okay, yes. I was going to say like you can kind of decide if you want to go warm or cool. The category today is rich. She's giving rich. So I'm trying to decide on what kind of concealer I want to use. Let's use that same NYX that we used the other day when I was doing that pink look with Danessa. Here she is. This is the NYX Born to Glow Radiant Concealer. This is in the shade Golden Honey. Yeah, these are discontinued, but I don't know. I like using stuff to completion. When I get on camera, I'm not trying to tell anyone to buy anything. I'm telling you to use your stuff and be creative. So I think this shit is done. Okay, here's some product. I'm just gonna clean this up. My eyebrows are overdue for a little bit of cleaning up. But I kind of like when my brows are overgrown like this, because then I don't really have to do much to make them be bold as I like them to be. But I like a clean little sexy 90s brow too. I feel like my angling is so weird and the brows are looking asymmetrical because of the way everything is lined up, how I'm lined up. What's the weather like in you guys' cities? We woke up to rain in New York City, and it's a very gloomy day. I was talking to my cousin earlier. She said the rain is not going to stop until 2. I don't care because I'm not going anywhere. But it's probably sucky for anyone that has to do any real traveling to go see their family. What eyeshadow primer do I want to use? I'm thinking a Halo Eye. I'm going to show y'all the palettes that I want to use. I just don't know what type of primer. All right, let's just use what I've been using. This is the Playing in Makeup by Yolando eyeshadow foundation base, black owned indie. She's T. This is in the color H. I really enjoy this. I actually need to go check her site and see if she's doing any good holiday sales, because look it, this is also my favorite white base too. If I want to do a white base for a really bright look, the white is in the shade OA. So yeah, I really want her her concealer palette. I used her Relentless palette the other day. Should I use a mirror? Because I feel weird. Just gonna get this blended out. Maybe you guys like the sound of the rain as ASMR, but if you don't, I'm sorry, I cannot help it. I know you guys can always hear outside of my window. I'm not a huge ASMR fan. It doesn't do anything for me. I don't get the tingles. It doesn't help me sleep. I don't know. I'm immune to the ASMR. But let me know if you like it. And if you do, what kind do you like? I don't like repetitive sounds. Like even like when it's raining at night, that's a little bit annoying to me. These brows kind of look chomped. I don't know. My theory is the concealer on top of the refi. I usually don't set my brows until my entire base is done because I feel like that works the best, because sometimes brow product doesn't mix well with base product. All right, should I use setting powder? I look at this base, like it's so full coverage. Yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit of the Makeup by Mario Master Eye Prep and Set translucent powder. Y'all know I love this thing. I made an order with Mario. I got some of his Surreal Skin products. I got the new powder, and his foundation has been on my wish list for a very long time, so I'm excited I finally get to try. And I knew that he was gonna make a good powder when I got this. This is like my favorite powder to set my lids with. All right, let me show y'all what I want to use on the eyes today. All right, so these are the two palettes I'm gonna use today. This is Beauty Bakery Sweet Potato Pie. This is such a cute palette. And how on theme are we? I am gonna make some candied yams. This color story is absolutely adorable, so cute for this holiday. Definitely it's a unique palette in my collection, but I'm feeling this color story. I just wish that there were a couple more neutrals, even though this is like a wearable, like a neutral, colorful palette. I just need a little bit more depth, a little bit more, you know, grounding. So I'm gonna pair it with a neutral palette. And I just picked this up from Sephora. This is the Tartelette in Bloom. Very cute package. This is a beautiful color story. I saw this in like a Ulta in Target before, and I like couldn't stop thinking about it ever since. I think it's a beautiful neutral palette. So we're gonna pull our deeper shades from in here. Yes, let's do it. I'm gonna start with the Beauty Bakery palette, and I'm gonna start with this little mauve-y plummy color in my crease. This is a really pretty palette. I wore a little bit of it on Halloween. I think I used, yeah, some of the oranges. It's a very pretty color story. All right, with a fluffy brush, I'm just gonna throw this little plummy mauve shade in my crease. This formula, everybody's not gonna like it, but I really like it. I was saying like I really like this formula as being like a soft wash of color type of formula while still being very pigmented. I really enjoy this palette. It's super pretty. I like the formula. Look at how pretty that is. It's such a beautiful color. And I kind of like every color in this palette. Funky, like unique, but it still looks like sweet potatoes, like purple yams, like definitely all these oranges and yellows look like sweet potatoes. Such a fun like fall palette. Love this pop. Like how effortless is that? Now this Tartelette. This is actually my first time using this palette, so I'm excited to see what she gives. I don't know her like that, so I hope she doesn't disappoint me. Okay, so in here, I'm really attracted to this warm toasted brown shade called Leader. So we're gonna start building the depths in this halo with that. It's a pretty good mirror in here. So I'm just gonna put that on each end of the eye. Off rip. I was hoping for a little bit more pigment, but okay. I do like how this is laid out. You kind of have your dark stuff over here. Then it kind of goes, I guess it goes light to dark. My brain always sees the dark shades first. All right, throw some of that deep shade in a corner as well. Yeah, I want this eye's gonna be mad easy. This brown is not looking as warm as I thought it was going to be. I feel like I'm having to do a lot of building. Didn't even have to do all that building with Miss Beauty Bakery. Okay, so because that's not as warm as I thought it was, and that's okay because this palette does look extremely neutral. That's what I love about it, so that's okay. I'm gonna go back into Beauty Bakery and grab this red and try to make it warmer. And this is not even really a red. It's like a tan jello color. It's so pretty. It's definitely gonna warm this eye up. My landlord's just turned on music, which is okay because it's a vibe in this bitch, okay? I don't know how I feel about that Tarte palette. She is not blending like I would expect her to. They were basically like giving these away at Sephora and Ulta. They have wonderful reviews. Okay guys, I am going to re-intensify my colors. And all right, y'all, I turned on my light because y'all probably couldn't see me. I love doing makeup in like a dark, moody setting. So this is the structure for the halo eye. I don't know, very boring, but whatever, I'm gonna keep going. I expected a little bit more pigment out of that Tarte palette. But for the center, I'm gonna go into this plummy shimmery shade, and I'm tempted to just go in with my finger, but let's keep it classy and start with the brush. These shimmers are really pretty. Yeah, I'm going for something a little sexy, a little sultry. A little bit more depth would have been nice, but that's okay. I can, you know, this is just starting point of the eye. Wanting to build up that brown because I want it to be darker. And it isn't the darkest shade in this palette. It's just the one that I feel like aligns with this look the most. It does feel like a creamy type of formula. Bring a little bit more depth in. This is actually coming out cute though. I have been craving something a little bit more red. Blend it with my Ready brush. I try not to highlight my brow until like, that's kind of like a final touches situation for me. So I'm gonna save that for probably the end of this makeup. It's probably gonna be one of the like yellowy, goldeny shimmers in here though. But my phone is warning me about low battery, so I'm gonna do some base and then I'll come back, tell you what I use for base, and then I'll give out the final look. All right, y'all, base is almost done. I'll show y'all what I used, but I wanted you guys to join me for this part because I'm gonna be using a new product. But for the perimeter of my face, kind of like contour, I use Danessa's Blushing Romance. I use this shade Evermore. I told y'all I'm in a rich, dark romance type of vibe. So I put that like kind of in the place of contour, bronzer, if you will. It's gorgeous. I love this palette down. It's so beautiful. And then for concealer, I use that same NYX one. And then the base is NYX Bare With Me Blur foundation in the shade Rich. I'm not messing around. This foundation always makes me want to do something really like winey. The complexion just goes with that. I set my concealer with Beauty Bakery's flower powder. This is in the shade Cassava Yellow. It's really pretty. It's so brightening. I have two shades in this powder. It's a very beautiful powder. And then I just picked up, y'all know Colored Rain, RIP. We're gonna miss you guys so much. I picked up one of their bronzers. This is in the shade Cocoa Goddess. And I use a little bit at the very end, like of my big ass forehead, and a little bit to like deepen. And this is such a beautiful bronzer. I'm not a bronzer girly, but this is a bronzer, okay? It's so pretty. Again, Cocoa Goddess. I don't know if the website's still up. This is such a pretty powder bronzer. It's so deep, such a black girl bronzer. And I was able to use this to deepen that brown from the Tarte that wasn't doing it for me. So I think I might do something dedicated to Colored Rain, but like Cara over at Beauty in the Frizz would say, NRN, not right now. I just picked this up. This is the NYX Buttermelt face palette, and I was so interested in this because it has 3 of the Buttermelts in here, 2 blushes and 1 bronzer. And y'all know me, like that Colored Rain bronzer is the only single powder bronzer that I have. Every other bronzer I have is in some sort of palette form. So I was never gonna get the singular Buttermelts, I just don't like clogging up my collection with those type of things, but I just love that in this cute little palette. I have 3 of them, and I'm very much so a more is more type of person. I'm both. I'm more is more, less is more. So I want to use the bronzer as a blush, and the bronzer is in the shade Feelin' Butter. And every time I saw these bronzers, I knew that they will make the prettiest black girl blushes. So that's what we're gonna do. I know everyone says they're so pigmented. They're super glowy. Yeah, that's totally a blush. I don't know. I don't like colored bronzers. Like, that's just me personally, because it's like, baby, when I'm bronzed, my skin don't do that. Like, so, oh, wowza. They're super glowy and luminous. Love that. I'm gonna try to, I know Jackie Aina said, bring the blush into the under eye. So I'm trying to do a little bit of that. I think my finishing powder is gonna have to be glowy too, to bring everything together, because the NYX is, the foundation is, it's a matte finish. It gives matte. So to finish off, I'm gonna use my Makeup Forever. Y'all know which one, I'll show y'all. But am I looking like a holiday babe or not? Because I'm thinking yes. All right, I'll finish off. I'm gonna finish off the eyes, do the lips, finishing powder. I'll be back for the final look. Okay guys, this is the final look, and sheesh, I am loving this. Oh my gosh. How can you not love fall makeup? Like, there's nothing like it. This is insane. Okay, so as promised, I finished off with the Makeup Forever, the HD Twist and Light. Mine is in the shade Tan. This is a really pretty finishing powder. I was a bit confused by it at first because I was trying to use it as a setting powder. This is a finishing powder. This ain't setting up motherfucking thing. You need to set first, then finish if you want a really pretty luminous glow. This is pretty. I think it's on sale right now at Sephora. It's a highlight with the Sweet Potato Pie palette. I put some of this really pretty yellow in my brow, and then it inspired me to go into this Rem Beauty. This is the Sun highlighter topper, literal gold highlighter, but it's really soft and wearable and definitely just gives the sun. And this is a very warm and toasty, hot look. Y'all know me, I'm a cool tone babe, so this is a little bit toasty and warm for me, but I am loving it down. These were fairly easy. I used Juvia's Place lip liner in the shade Brownie. It's a very beautiful lip liner. And then I used Juvia's Place, this is their liquid lipstick in the shade So 90s. That's like that deep, rich brown. It looked beautiful, just all matte, but I cannot help myself, so I had to put a little bit of some gloss on top. This is the NYX Filler Instinct in the shade New Money. I really like these. I have 2 of these. I don't know if they make these anymore, but they're a really cool pumping gloss. They legitimately plump. So that's the look. I absolutely love this. This is so pretty. I'm not good at taking pictures, so I have to make sure to take some good pictures today. Let's talk about the palettes real quick. So Beauty Bakery Bite Size Sweet Potato Pie palette. I got really lucky and I found this in a Marshall's. I do not believe that this is available anymore, but you know, I think this is, if you do have some singles and you have some shades similar to this, putting together this color story, I think this is a genius color story. It's so beautiful. Everything in here is super cohesive, and it looks a little bit intimidating. It looks like it's really colorful, but it's not. Like, look at my eye look. Like, It's nothing to be scared about. So pretty. I'm so happy to have this quintessential fall palette. So pretty. It kind of reminds me of, I think, Allure 2 from Juvia's Place, but this one's just a little bit more expanded. And then this is my first time using the Tartelette in Bloom. I'm not impressed, but it is just my first time. Gotta give these a couple more goes before I can, you know, tell y'all what I feel about it, but it's a boring palette. I had to go elsewhere to get the depth that I was looking for. Even though there's depth in this palette, this just wasn't what I was going for. I wanted this, and I wanted it to be as saturated as it was in here. That's just me being hard-headed, but I'll use this a couple more times and really like tell you what I think about it. But that's it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with me. I hope you put on a beat for that living room runway. I hope you're slaying. I hope people cannot stop staring at you while they're eating. I love you. Happy Thanksgiving. I'll see you guys soon. Bye. If you like, sub, like, comment, all the good stuff.